The Democratic Party is attempting to convince you, the American public, that they are the party all about compassion and love and equality. But are they really? You see, they are the party that ran the Ku Klux Klan, started a civil war, and even celebrated slavery. Now, a lot of people like to say that the Democratic Party has turned from their evil ways and started a new lifestyle in support of equality. But have they? You see, right now, they're calling all Trump supporters, as well as the President of the United States of America, a racist. Is this yet another plan by the Democratic Party to start a second civil war or encourage race baiting here in the United States of America? After all, they've done it in their past. What prevents them from doing it in the future? Now, before I get into the report, just a quick break. It's the year 2019, and if you're not already using a VPN on your mobile, tablet, or desktop when you surf the internet, then you are really exposing yourself to a lot of potential danger. You, at some point in your online career, have heard of a VPN. But just what is a VPN? A VPN is a virtual private network. It allows you to create a secure connection to another network over the internet. VPNs can be used to access region-restricted websites. Not only that, but they can keep your personal data, your browsing data, away from prying eyes, even when you're on a public Wi-Fi. Here's how easy it is to sign up. Right now, go to hidewithlisa.com. Go there and click Get This Exclusive Deal to start your 30-day free trial at 20% off using my link. Click Protect Yourself if you have 3 or less devices. If you have over 3 mobile devices or computers, then click Protect Your Family. Then you're going to want to select the number of months that you want. I suggest 24 months at $3.99 a month. And then you can choose any add-ins you want to add. Now that you're connected, what has changed on your computer? Well, here, I'll give you an example. On the screen, you see an IP address. This is my IP address before I had Virtual Shield. Now that I have Virtual Shield, this is what my IP address looks like. Notice that they're different. One gives a location in California, while the other gives the actual location to where I'm at. In other words, if you don't want the NSA or the government or your roommates or even maybe other household members to know what you search on the internet, then invest in a VPN today. So please keep that in mind and check them out. And don't forget, right now you get a 20% discount at hidewithlisa.com. All right, back to the report. So is the Democratic Party truly a party of compassion and love and equality? Well, let's take a look at some of their latest claims. How about the fact that they call the President of the United States a racist? Now, if Trump is a racist, by all means, let the Democratic Party call it out. However, if his rap sheet shows the opposite, then we know that this is yet another game by the Democratic Party to incite some kind of tensions here in the United States of America. Let's go to their own leftist news source for evidence. Check out this article by the New York Times titled, "The 598 People, Places, and Things That Donald Trump Has Insulted on Twitter, a Complete List." Now, this is probably one of the few articles I'm going to refer you to, but in this case, I'm going to use it as evidence to prove whether or not Trump is actually racist. Now, I think many of my listeners out there actually know the truth, but just for sake of let's entertain the idea, let's see what they have to say. Because if Trump is a racist, then all the people, places, and things that he criticizes would all fall on, well, one color aspect. It would be all attributed to one race. But as you're going to see, it's completely the opposite. Let's start with letter A, for example. There's a whole list of letter A's there on the New York Times article. Here's some of the people that Trump has criticized. Let's start with Jim Acosta, a white man he called crazy. Wait, he's not a person of color. He's white. Let's keep going. Justin Amash, a white man, again, a loser who sadly plays right into his opponent's hands. That's what Trump said. Anderson Cooper. Wait, another CNN commentator who is also white. A waste of time, he said. Michael Avenatti, a complete lowlife. Let's try B's, right? Let's try a few of the names in B's that Trump criticized. Maybe this will prove their rap sheet, right? Alec Baldwin. President Trump said he had a dying mediocre career. I agree, President Trump. Steve Bannon, Sloppy Steve. He's been dumped like a dog. Person in his own administration. By the way, also white. Joy Bear, lack of ratings. Yes, I agree. Joe Biden, Sleepy Biden, Sloppy Joe. What about Michael Bloomberg? His last term as mayor was a disaster. The man is little. Okay, let's move a little further. Let's try K's. Megyn Kelly, highly overrated, average, and even crazy. Megyn, wait, she's white too. John Kerry, he's a mess. Well, let's go down a little bit further and just scan through all the alphabet letters. Adam Schiff, gone stone cold crazy. He's white. Joe Scarborough, angry, dumb, and sick. Chuck Schumer, crying Chucky Schumer, weak. Bernie Sanders, crazy and a disaster. Meryl Streep, Hillary flunky who lost big, overrated actress. I'm sorry. Obviously I agree. Peter Strzok, a disgrace and a loser. Rex Tillerson, dumb as a rock. Nancy Pelosi, irrational and gets nothing done. Elizabeth Warren, he called her Pocahontas. Kathy Griffin, who held a dying head of the president, right? She should be ashamed of herself. Jimmy Fallon, whimpering to all. Here's some other names I'm not even going to mention, but Bill and Hillary Clinton. He has a whole list with her, right? Robert Mueller, Nikki Haley, Bob Woodward, Stephen Colbert, James Comey, and the list goes on. All these are white people. Wait now. I think I'm starting to get it. You see, the president can criticize anyone he wants if they're white, but only if they're white. No, that's called racism. That's called racism against white people. But the second he criticizes someone of color, oh, you're not allowed to do that. You're a racist, President Trump. Never mind the 598 accounts written by their own leftist media that portrays 80 to 85% of them, that's my guesstimate, as white people. But yet, if he makes fun or says something about Elijah Cummings or the 4 horsewomen apocalypse, then he somehow is immediately a racist? You mean to tell me, here's what the Democratic Party is actually saying. You cannot criticize anyone who is in the Democrat Party who is a person of color. If you criticize and don't like their policies or agenda or what they're doing to America, you can't criticize them, because if you do, you're either going to be labeled a feminist, a xenophobic, an anti-feminist, a xenophobic, a racist, a bigot, or a Nazi. That's what they label you for being against their politics. Since when did being against someone politically become an issue of color? You see, the Democratic Party, let me say this again, is the party who ran the KKK. They're the party who started the Civil War. They're the party who celebrated slavery. Are they attempting to do likewise today? Because as my rap sheet and the rap sheet from New York Times shows, President Trump isn't only criticizing people of color. You see, but it's obvious. You and I know that. We know that. And guess what? I think the Democratic Party knows that. I think Elizabeth Warren, Nancy Pelosi, Hillary Clinton, AOC, Rashid Tlaib, Ilhan Omar, Elijah Cummings, Maxine Waters, they all know that when you poke at President Trump, he pokes back. It's that simple. You make fun of me, I make fun of you. It's the simple logic. That's kind of the logic of our president, if I'm being honest. That's what I've seen. But they want to sit there and say, or if he doesn't like what they're doing to America, then he'll also poke at you. It's a simple logic. You know that, and the Democratic Party knows that. All those people I just mentioned know it. So why the game to try to frame the president as a racist and then feed the public that lie to try to get them to believe it? That's a really good question. And like I said, the Democrats know it. They know it. So I believe there's something deeper going on with the Democratic Party. Are they trying to start something else? You see, it's gotten so bad that even a DCC executive, right? Somebody who works for their own side has resigned because she's white. That's called racism, but whatever. Take a look at this article on Infowars.com. DCC executive director forced to resign because she's white. and then apologizes and cries for not contributing to diversity. Loony logic. I mean, really? This is 100% an agenda being force-fed to you. Part of that agenda, get President Trump out of office and make the American people believe that he's a racist when he's not. Lie to them to their face. This should tick off every Democrat. Your own party is lying to you, to your face. And now they want to impeach him because he's a racist when he's not. Take a look at this article on NBCnews.com. Peter Irons, Trump racism is an impeachable offense. The precedence of Andrew Johnson proves it. Really? I don't think that's their only agenda. They've done things in the past, and unfortunately, their rap sheet today is showing similar, especially when we have their media arm calling Trump supporters racist, saying we should be labeled, we should be kicked out of restaurants. I mean, this is rhetoric you heard in Nazi Germany. 100%. Why? You can't post the word Christian on Instagram or Twitter or whatever it was, on YouTube it was, but you can say Muslim. Where's the logic that one religion is acceptable and the other is not? Maybe somebody's working with the communist Chinese. That's a topic for a whole nother day. Anyhow, I'd love to get your thoughts, comments, and concerns. Please leave them in the description box below and subscribe to the channel. I'm also going to ask you to share this. As you know, my videos, along with many others, are not getting recommended by anything. We can't put them anywhere anymore because they just get taken down and moved out of groups. So I'm asking you, please share this video with your friends, your family members, and on your social media. Anyhow, thanks again for tuning in. I'm Lisa Haven, signing out.